Okay, so what I want to show you now is how to make a basic head with edge loops. Now before I made a head using the box and I made a squircle and I started sculpting out. That is a very good concept way of thinking. But if you're not a concept developing person and you're more of a structured edge loop gotta be there type person, this is how it's gotta be done. Okay, what I want to do is go to subsurface, apply that, go into a side view, okay, make sure my X is facing forward, so not side, yes, green arrow forward, yeah, sorry, green arrow forward, that will mirror it in X, so make sure when you're in your side you see this green arrow. Okay, now let's go into edit mode and take A, so it deselects everything, B to box select stuff, and then I'm just going to kind of move this down a little bit. A again, B to box select, and then move this up again. This is only to rough out the mesh. It's not very important, but it is kind of crucial that you get a rough outline. Okay, now, this is the basic way to do it. There's a few different ways to put edge loops into a character. Here's one of my favorite though. So I take this square, E for extrude, enter, S to scale it, and I'm just going to scale it in just a little bit. Okay, now do that again, E, enter, S, and kind of match that scale on the other side. If it starts getting out of hand, escape, scale. Blender is very, very sensitive with the whole scaling thing. Okay, now what I could do here is I could scale these down if I wanted to. It all depends what kind of character you're making. Big bug-eyed character cartoon, keep them the way they are. A little bit different, well, size them down. So scale in Z, I can scale them this way, just like that. And now what I could do is grab this face, this face, this face, this face, this face, and this face. Make sure I don't have any other faces. So it kind of gives them a ninja mask. Extrude it, move it out just a little bit, and scale it down. And then move it down a little bit, just like that. Okay. Now if you branch off to a side view real quick, you can start straightening some of this stuff up. Okay, A to deselect vertices, B to box select, and I'm just going to move these up a little bit. A, B to box select, move that up a little bit. So I'm just straightening some of this stuff up. Okay, so now I have something that looks like this. The idea here is not to get too far away from making quads. Good. Now, I'm just going to do that one more time here. I'm going to go into face mode. Go highlight this face, this face, this face, this face, this face, and this face. Extrude. And then scale it. Just like that. Alright, now what's really cool is when I go into a sculpt mode with this, I'm not done with it, but if I go to a sculpt mode and I go sculpt, smooth, I can go in here with the X symmetry on and start smoothing this out a little bit. Oh, with the Wacom tablet. Sorry. That's right. If I go to use the mouse, it won't work because I got the sensitive video. There we go. Yeah, if you have a Wacom tablet, you're going to have to use that sometimes in sculpt mode if you got it hooked up. Okay, so I can basically go in here and start developing this a little bit better using the grab tool rather than try to bound select everything, which is a pain sometimes. So real quickly here, I'm just gonna shape this. This one actually goes way out here. Okay, good. Now I'm going to go back to my other mode. Now notice sculpt mode, I didn't even have a add multi-res. I just was using the sculpt mode to move vertices. That's what's really cool about sculpt mode. Okay, now I'm just going to grab these two, extrude it, scale it, and hit Z on the keyboard to scale it in Z. And then scale it next. And extrude it, region, suck that back a little bit. Then I'll keep doing that, but these are the basic starting out edge loops that you need that goes around the character. Okay, now your mission here is to try to sculpt it into, you know, a usable mesh, and it's tricky. That's why I'm not really too fond of having edge loops in areas. I'm more of a, you know, I'm gonna just sculpt and have fun type of guy. Anytime you get those edge loops in there, you got to really watch what you're doing. Okay, so there we go. And if I ever need another edge loop in the eye, I can quickly add that. Here's what it's going to start looking like. So I'm going to add a multi-res to it. Okay, then I'll have to start getting that stuff down, getting this stuff out. And you can see there's the edge loops that I need. I'll go back to edit mode to show you. So I have an edge loop that goes around the mouth, another one that goes around the mouth. This funny region right here is actually where the nose is going to go. It actually merges correctly in this area, merges around this. The only thing that it doesn't do quite well is go around the outside edge in a really good fashion. But that's one of those things that you're going to have to tear apart the mesh just a little bit to get there. So that is how to make a starter head to sculpt on using good edge loops. And now, good luck with that. It actually works quite well. I'm just not too big of a fan, but I know there is people out there that cannot handle not having edge loops in an area. They will go insane without them. So that's how you add them. And enjoy, and have a good one. Enjoy the video.